entrepreneurs seek an investment to start, grow, or save their business.
Last year, we actually did $5.7 million in sales.
Ooh, not so funny anymore.
If the Sharks hear a great idea, they'll invest their own money.
I actually could learn from you.
And fight each other for a deal.
I'll give you the $600,000 for 15%.
I can guarantee you the devil would give you a better deal.
But the entrepreneurs must get the full amount they're asking for, or they'll walk away with nothing.
I see you guys going down the toilet right now. You're about to lose everything.
Would you consider 40%?
No.
Damn it.
Who are the Sharks? They're self-made business experts worth billions. Kevin O'Leary is a shrewd venture capitalist who made his fortune selling a children's educational company for over $4 billion. Damon John dominated the fashion world with FUBU. Now he's the branding expert behind multiple global brands generating billions in sales. Robert Herjavec, son of an immigrant factory worker, founded one of the world's preeminent cybersecurity firms. Lori Grenier, the queen of QVC, holds over 100 patents and has launched over 400 products, grossing over $500 million in sales. And Mark Cuban, renowned billionaire tech mogul and the outspoken owner of the Dallas Mavericks. First into the tank are entrepreneurs who believe they have the next big thing in toys.
And I'm Steve McMurtry, and we are the proud owners of
The Jungle Jumperoo, a better way to bounce.
We are asking for $100,000 for 20% equity of our company.
Our toy is both unique and fun, and there's nothing on the market like it. To show you how fun it is, let's see it in action. Come on, kids. Come on, guys. Come on.
She's getting some air. Look at that.
Yeah. Let's see how high you can jump. Who can jump the highest? Woohoo!
It looks really fun.
That's a broken ankle waiting to happen.
Let's bounce on out of here. Yeah, come on, let's bounce. Run, run, run.
The Jungle Jumperoo is the safer way to bounce. With strong, sturdy pulls, kids get the sense of flying in the air without losing control.
It's a jump, swing, climb toy. It's perfect for all 365 days out of the year, all seasons, inside or outside your home, and it comes in 2 sizes.
Who wants to jump on board this totally tubular opportunity with us?
How did you come up with this?
A farmer 30 years ago made one for his grandkids, and he sold a few to, preschools and local places. So my parents actually bought one. I grew up jumping on the original. Then years passed by, all of us kids wanted one now that we have families. We contacted the farmer, and sadly he had passed away. We ended up manufacturing it from that point forward.
And you own the rights to it?
Yeah.
We own the full rights.
So you have a patent on the bouncy round thing?
We have a provisional that's filed. We have utility and design that are also pending.
And how much of your own money's in this?
We have put $144,000 cash. We have no debt.
Wow. Good for you.
Of our own personal money, but we have taken a $70,000 salary.
Is this your full-time job?
Full-time.
This is all we do.
We
We
actually
drink,
moved.
sleep, and eat the Jumperoo.
We moved for our
all we
business.
do.
I think it looks dangerous.
I can tell you this. We had a trampoline growing up. We had a Jumperoo. And we had kids coming over constantly because of these 2 items. We had plenty of accidents on the trampoline. Every year, 105,000 kids go to the ER due to trampoline injuries.
True. What's the record on Jumperoos?
No one in 30 years ever got hurt on it.
Well, that just means you haven't
How
sold
would you
enough.
know?
How many have you sold?
Okay, so we've been in business for the past 12 months, and we have sold 1,200 units. Out of those 1,200 units, we have not had one claim.
What was the price you sold them at?
The big one retails for $399 on our website, and the small one retails for $249.
Are you selling in retailers?
Right now, we travel around different Sam's Club locations. We're there for a certain period of time, usually
You're
11
doing a
days.
roadshow.
Yes.
We're doing the roadshow with Sam's Club.
So, Steve, 1,200 units you've sold in 12 months.
Correct.
How many of those were through Sam's Club, and how many did you sell other ways?
Great question. We've sold 60 total through Sam's Club.
60 units.
60. We were in there for 3 weeks, and we sold out of product.
One question I have is always when you think about a product in a retail store, size of the product. It's always a problem because if they could sell 50 things in that one space instead of one thing, they're going to go with the 50. Is this KDable, which means knocked down, so that your box is small?
The box is 80 inches long, 20 inches wide, and 5 inches thick, and so
they don't break down.
they don't. The poles do not break down currently.
So
That's actually a pretty big challenge because let's say you want to put in 20 units, you're going to require a fair amount of space here.
now some of those can store in back in a warehouse, which is what they're probably doing. But to be
I'm
in
more worried
Toys
about
R
the
Us,
display on the floor.
I love toys. My wife says I'm the oldest 16-year-old she knows. If I can play with it, if my kids can play with it, I'll buy it. Got to be honest, it doesn't excite me. I'm not saying it's a bad product. I just think my kids would get bored with it because we have a trampoline. We've used it for 10 years.
This is not a 15-minute toy. This is a 4-hour toy.
Parents have the same expression you just did where they look at it and they go, I don't know what this is. And then they see their kids and go,
dumb
I get it.
We heard it all. And guess what? We have not had one person return it.
You sound like you're doing, you're chugging along, you're figuring it out, right? Why do you feel you need partners?
Okay, we submitted to 100 stores. We just met with Sam's Club. We sat down with the buyer. He's very excited about everything.
But he asked us to purchase 11,000 units.
That's why we need the sharks. Because we are talking about if we do what we did in the first couple of locations of Sam's, if we do something similar to that, that's around 4 jumperoos a day in 100 locations. That is a $1.3 million purchase order.
So right now, you need money so you can manufacture more.
When I first started, I had a little earring organizer, and JCPenney said to me, Lori, if you can get the Chicagoland area to buy, then we'll take you nationwide. So every weekend I went to a different JCPenney, and I stood there all day demonstrating the sliding earring stands and showing my product and pulling people over. And it was a 12-hour day each day, and I sold enough, and I got in. So there's 2 of you. You're going to have to go in, demonstrate, bring kids, jump up and down. How are you going to get 100 of you? For me right now, I'm out.
There's your challenge, right? So as a self-contained, from-home business, this is great. Now you want to take that big stair step. But money isn't your only issue, because once you're in 100 stores, the aggravation factor goes through the roof. And you will get to the point where somebody gets hurt. It's just inevitable. There's idiots everywhere, and you can't protect against someone spraining their ankle, breaking an ankle. If I partnered with you, every time we sold one, I'd have to cross my fingers and cross my toes that it wasn't my kids that broke their ankle. That's just my nature, and so I don't see myself being a good partner for you, so I'm out.
This is a kid magnet. I don't think any adult can understand how fun it is until you see your kids jumping on it, and it is safer than a
Elizabeth,
trampoline.
I have an immense amount of respect of people that take an idea and create a company out of it. But I got to really believe in the product. I don't see this taking over the trampoline or being a supplement to that business. So it doesn't excite me that way. I'm out.
What excites me is making money. I don't care if they're bouncing upside down or whatever, or hanging like a prisoner in a cage, as long as you're making money. That's all I care about. But to really scale this puppy, you've got some big challenges because of the floor space, the footprint of the product. I think that'll always limit how much you can sell in any one season. I'm out.
Okay. I think this truly will take a portion of the trampoline market. I'm going to hit a home run with this, and I am a fighter, and I'm not going to give up.
So Rachel, Steve, I have one quick question. You're making it for how much, and how much are you selling it for?
We manufacture it for $125 for the large one.
Okay. And then you're selling it to Sam's Club
for $278.
If you just look at the 100 stores you're going into, the margin is going to kill you. You came up with a great idea of a local product. Where I came from, when we didn't have a pool, we just filled up 2 garbage pails and played Marco Polo in that, right? So I have to commend you on that. But other than that, the finances don't work in this for you to have a partner. So I'm out.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Good luck, guys. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm disappointed. I'm frustrated that they didn't understand it. I really felt like this was our big opportunity, our big chance to really take it to that next level, like Damon talked about. And it's frustrating to hit a wall.
I'm Megan Tarmy. I'm from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. My company is called the Caddy Girls. It's the first all-female golf caddying company. We provide the refreshing company of a beautiful woman that is also a great caddy. We drive the cart, keep the score, tend the pin, rake stand traps, read the greens, and on top of that, we're your personal cheerleaders to do backflips for when you get birdies. Yes! I came up with my business back when I was in college. I learned everything there is to know about golf, and I started caddying at all the local courses. The concept was an immediate hit, and now I have a staff of over 70 girls, and we work events and tournaments from coast to coast. The girls will be there 20 minutes before your tee time. I am completely immersed in hustling every single day to get this company off the ground. But the money that I'm making off of my company right now is not enough to live off of and expand my business. I need an investment from the Sharks to take the model that I have here in Myrtle Beach to every other major golf market in America. With the right shark, I know that my business could be a hole-in-one. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and my company is the Caddy Girls. I'm seeking $100,000 in exchange for 20% of my company. So the Caddy Girls is an all-female golf caddying company. We staff everything from everyday golf outings to huge corporate charity tournaments with my amazing golf knowledgeable and attractive caddies. We try to emphasize the fun factor of golf, but we also maintain a very professional attitude about golf. Sharks, my company, is a hole-in-one, so which one of you is going to help me drive my company to the green?
I'm curious, where do you do this?
We're based out of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, but we've actually been expanding to other major golf markets such as Scottsdale. We even have Caddy Girls now in Los Angeles, Miami, Orlando, and parts of
Megan,
Georgia.
how big is your business? What are your revenues?
In 2013, I had $148,000 in sales.
Good for you.
Good. It's not bad.
We did $34,000 in sales last month.
What's the main bulk of your business?
It could be an everyday golf outing with 4 guys. It could be a huge golf outing with 144 players in a tournament. We've had huge corporate clients that actually hire up to 42 caddies in one day.
Give us the numbers. I call you up. I've got corporate events, and I want to hire caddies for everybody.
The lowest rate that we have for each caddy is $149 per caddy.
Well, you got $149. Now, what do you pay them?
I pay every caddy $100.
Is that for 9 holes, 18 holes?
18 holes.
18
9
holes.
holes is $89.
Megan, how'd you come up with the idea?
I was honestly in college and completely broke. I was bartending in Myrtle Beach, where there's 100 golf courses, and I noticed that I really liked golfers. They tipped the best, and one group came up to me one night, and they're like, hey, we want you to come golfing with us tomorrow. We'll pay you. And I'm like, that's weird. But here's the thing. A light bulb went off, and I was like, no, it would be really awesome if I make my own schedule. I want to be out on a golf course and take advantage of this market.
Megan, take this question the absolute most innocent way. Most guys are pigs.
Speak for yourself.
When they're hiring the beautiful ladies, I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, are they hiring them for golf, or is it just a fun thing?
We're not people to come and get hired to hang out with guys, okay? Like, our whole niche is that we're hot girls that know about golf.
Do you do traditional caddy things?
Yes, we're getting your clubs to and from you. We're fixing pitch marks. We're raking every sand trap. We're tending the pin. We're helping you get your yardage. Everything that a caddy would normally do, we do that. We just had 4 of our girls contracted for the PGA-sanctioned national championship coming up in 2 weeks. That's going to be televised. 4 of my girls are carrying bags.
How do you make this more than a regionally based business?
A standard golf tournament has 144 players. That's 144 people that go home and tell their golf buddies about it, and then it spreads. Half of our business this year is repeat business. In big corporate tournaments, we already have some lined up through December. And this is not just like 1 or 2 girls going out. This is 30 to 40 girls going out, you know, in one day.
$100,000 for 20%. You think this is worth $500,000?
You have to look at the lifetime customer value. Golf isn't going anywhere. The use of attractive people isn't going anywhere. And we have a database of thousands of customers that have used us in the past. Everything's great. I have 70 girls working bookings every day. I want to take that and expand that to other places. But we also have people asking for caddies in Chicago, Minneapolis, all these areas that I would love to get into.
You know, for me, I just see so many issues or problems that I could foresee happening with this. It worries me sometimes, just for you guys, period, to be out there with the drinking and this and that. It's just not a business I could get behind. So for that reason, I'm out.
I understand, and that's why we have very, very strict standards of conduct for all of our caddies. And I think with any job place, you have a liability for any kind of harassment or anything that can go on. It can happen anywhere.
What do you do?
Megan, let me jump in here. I think you can turn this into something special, but I hate golf, so I'm out.
Maybe if you had a caddy girl with you, you'd like it. This is super
I can think
fun.
of 100,000 things I would rather do than schlep around a golf course.
You know, just like Mark, I don't like golf, but I like the concept. I think you're in a tough position because, first of all, you do need to expand because somebody else will try to come up with an idea and be your competition. But on the other hand, you spread yourself too thin, you're not going to make enough money in each market. I think there's too much work here, so I'd have to be out.
Thank you.
So I think you've got a great business. You've built it from nothing. But every business is a living, breathing thing, and it goes through different stages. There's the hustle stage, where you need more hustle, more time, and you just got to find more hours in the 24 you're given. And then some businesses get to the investment stage. You're in the hustle stage. You didn't do a good job today of telling me how, as an investor, I give you $100,000 and you make the business go boom. You got lots of hustle. So keep going, but I'm out.
All right, who's left?
It's just you, the worst golfer in the world.
He's our ideal customer. He's perfect. Shows up grumpy. All of a sudden he has a caddy and he's super happy.
He's grumpy all the time.
I'm very impressed with you because I thought this presentation was going to be just ridiculous. And you've come back
Did a good job.
and did a pretty good job. So good for you, but you know, is it investable? I give you $100,000. I don't know how I ever get it back. That's the problem.
At our growth rate of 30% every year as an average, you would get it back within 4 years easily.
The only thing that matters in business is cash. When it leaves, and right now it's around my ankle going, Daddy, no, and I give it to you, now it's really scared because it doesn't know when it's coming home.
I would ideally like to pay you back by the end of the year and then have you as a partner. I've never marketed this. If we had a booth at the PGA show in Orlando every year, forget it. Our bookings will be through the roof.
All right, I've heard enough. I'm going to make you an offer. The only way this works is very simple. I give you $100,000, I become a 50-50 partner, and the reason you would do this is only if you believed you could more than double your business with my $100,000.
I can guarantee you the devil would give you a better deal.
Negotiate a little bit, and it's not that bad a deal, right?
It's a horrible deal.
It's not that bad a deal.
You know, isn't talk cheap, Megan? The only shark that believes in you is Mr. Wonderful. That's it.
Really surprising.
Yeah. Good answer.
If you really don't think you can more than double it, don't do this deal.
I know I could.
Then what are you
I
worried
don't
about?
want to give you half. Would you consider 40%?
Never.
Damn it.
Megan, you got to make a decision.
I just think at this time 50% is too much for what I put into it.
So you officially declining his offer?
Yes.
Then I'm out.
Thank you. I appreciate it a lot.
Megan, you did a great job.
Good luck,
Thank you,
Megan.
guys.
Hey, guys, ladies.
You did a great job.
Giving him half.
No, that's ridiculous. You were just
Like
something
a
off.
I know my worth and I know my company's worth, and what Kevin was offering me just wasn't worth it to me.
Next up are entrepreneurs with a modern and affordable way to be fashionable.
Hi, Sharks. My name is Josh Harbor.
And I'm Diana Harbor, and we are from Athens, Georgia.
Our company is the Red Dress Boutique. We are seeking $600,000 in exchange for 5% equity in our company. The Red Dress Boutique is one of the fastest growing online women's retailers in the country. We have a personal touch that no one else can beat.
I am always finding new and upcoming designers, and we update our collections daily.
We cater to the woman that wants to look like $1 million, but she doesn't have to have $1 million. Roughly 80% of our merchandise retails for under $50.
Sometimes all a woman needs is that one fantastic new outfit to turn a bad day into a good one, to give a woman the confidence she needs going into an interview, or to give that stay-at-home mom a reason to smile after that rare moment she treats herself. And we have some treats for you.
Yay.
Good.
We like treats.
I
figured
love
you
that
would.
dress.
That dress is
Thank
beautiful.
you.
How much does that cost?
$52.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
And
I want
Abby's
it.
dress is $40.
Thank you.
Now, this is how we package every single order that goes out to our customers at Red Dress. It is literally a present to the customers. We put a handwritten thank you note in every order.
Thank you.
Oh, my jewelry fell out.
Jewelry is in there too, matched to your outfit. Basically, that is what a red dress woman shops for. If she's coming to the site, she has little to no time to shop for herself. We pair it and match it as an outfit.
But you're recommending these collected together.
Right, and
You're
that's actually how the
curating the look
customer.
of
I am
this
curating the look.
If I was to select this, would it automatically suggest that I buy the
It
rest
would.
of them?
Dan, what is the average buy from a woman online?
$75 per order.
purchase.
And how often do they reorder throughout a 12-month period?
We have a lot of return customers that order on average about 6 or 7 times a year. We're getting new customers all the time.
What are your sales last year?
$8 million in gross sales.
Good for
And we're
you.
on target to do 12 to 15 million this year.
Wow. How long you been in business?
The website's only 4.
4 years?
4 years old.
Wow.
What are the sales the first year?
2010, very modest, $80,000. 2011, $250,000. 2012, $1.8 million.
What was 113?
113 was $7.5 million.
What will sales be this year?
Projecting
Well,
12 to
we're doing $1
15
million
million.
a month. I'm really proud of Red Dress.
Congratulations.
It's a really fun story because we were married for 6 months and we're fresh out of college, and we were working cubicle jobs at a credit card processing company. And I came up with the red dress in the cubicle, and I went to Josh and I said, I have this great idea for a boutique, and I know I can do this.
So we both ended up quitting our cubicle jobs, age 24, sold our house, took out a 6-figure loan we had no idea if we could ever repay.
And we rented an air mattress and shacked up with Josh's college buddies for an entire year.
How did you make this grow so big, so fast, and all online?
Well, through social media, but more than that, it's because I invite people in. I put the question to my customers. I was like, what made y'all come to me? What makes Red Dress special? And they gave amazing answers. They said, oh, it's the colorful clothes. It's the fact that we can get a high-end look for under $50.
So you learned from them?
Yes.
You used social media.
I did.
And you kept perfecting your business with their answers.
I did. I developed a program called Buy for the Boutique. And when I go to my markets, I go every 3 weeks. I go to Los Angeles. I go to Vegas. I go to Atlanta. And I curate. But more than that, I see items and I will take a picture of it with my phone and I will throw it out into social media and say, do you love this? Yes or no? Do you want it red? Do you want it in blue? And no one had ever done that before and they loved it.
It was all word of mouth gave you a 4X growth?
Yes. We have 127,000 Instagram followers. We are just shy of 1 million followers on Facebook, organic followers.
We went from 1.8 to 7.5 million. That's phenomenal. Did something happen in that time period?
Yes. My dad actually died in October of 2012.
I'm sorry.
My dad was the person who got me started on Red Dress just by being a mentor. And so I took my grief and I used it as fuel to push Red Dress as far as I could get it to go. That's my motivator. And that's a motivator that would die with me because I live every day to keep making him proud. He called me his acorn. Oh.
So on that $13 million, how much free cash are you going to net?
Probably $2 million in net profit.
What do you reckon it costs you to get a new customer?
We've just now started to get into really thorough analytics, and it takes time to accrue that data.
So you've had this phenomenal growth on word of mouth and viral aspects.
Yes.
When you get to 10 million, you want to get to 20, you're going to start to compete with some pretty heavy hitters in this space.
Yes, we are.
They're spending a lot of money trying to figure out the incremental cost of every new customer and the lifetime value.
We've just now started rolling out the retargeting ads. That was something that has been really great for us, and we're just now getting back the data on that.
I'd like to draw an analogy. There's a great story in fashion around Vidal Sassoon, who was the first to curate hair for women. But when they tried to expand, they found out that they couldn't clone them. And he tried to train people in every city to do this, and they had horrific problems. I'm very worried here. To me, the road ahead is one where you're going to face the same issues Sassoon faced. You're going to have to clone yourself, and it's not easy to do.
It's not easy to do, but I have started the process.
To me, that's a risk that I don't want to take. I'm out.
Kevin, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
I'm extremely impressed by you. You called yourself an acorn, and I see you've grown into like a mountain full of trees. You're amazing, and what you did with social media, to me, just is mind-boggling and incredibly impressive. I actually could learn from you in the social media realm of how you have grown your business, but I think that I'm not the right shark for you to drive this business, so for that reason, I'm out.
You know, this reminds me of the way I started FUBU. I was just talking directly to the customer, and nobody else knew how to do it, and that's how I got here. You guys are the FUBU of your category. I'm probably like Lori. I'd be learning from you. You're here for a strategic partner. I wish I could help you, but I can't. So I'm out.
Why do you need $600,000? Why are you here?
Mark, you've said in interviews that you really want to be needed but not necessary. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for someone who can help us walk through some high-level decisions to get us to that next level, because every one of you is here right now because at some point you took a small company and you scaled it to a massive company. We have figured out how to grow a company from nothing to over $1 million a month in sales, but getting to 9 figures a year, it's a whole different thing.
It takes a mentor who's walked the path before us, and the $600,000, we need $300,000 of it for a new website. Because we have actually maxed out the capacity of the out-of-the-box system that we have.
And a back-end system for our website that really is giving us not very good business data at all.
That's my world. Analytics, enterprise type of information, that's where I live
To be
every
honest,
day.
that's where I'm weak.
Well, that's where I'm very, very strong. I think I can add a lot of value on the back end, which is what I think you need right now. I'll give you the $600,000 for 15%.
First of all, thank you very much. That's a huge gesture of faith in what we're doing. Right now, I think the 15% is a little more equity than we were planning on giving up for that valuation. Respectfully, we do have to decline that.
Respectfully, I'm going to stay there. Thank you.
I love you guys, right? I think what you're doing is great. And if you can come up with a way to automate this so you can scale, then you guys are going public, you're a $100 million company, and you're changing the game. What do you guys think is fair equity? Just tell me, and I'll just give you a yes or a no.
As far as equity percentage?
Yeah, for the 600K.
3 sharks are out. Mark has asked Diana and Josh to make him a better offer than the $600,000 for 5% they were originally seeking for their online fashion shop, Red Dress Boutique.
For $600,000, we would go as high as 10.
$600,000 for 10% is what you would go.
This is my space, man.
At the numbers we're talking about with Mark, would you consider going
Robert,
together?
would you counter?
Look, if you'd rather have Robert, I'm fine.
That's not what we're
Two
saying.
sharks is always better than one. Two minds
It's just not,
that are
it's just not enough equity.
Right,
Once you get, there's just not enough skin in the game.
What about 1.2 million for 20%? Mark can take the 10, I'll take the 10. That way we have the same amount of
I would
equity.
do that.
The two of you together?
1.2, 20%.
1.2 million for 20%.
Each of us will put up 600K.
Yes.
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 All right, good deal.
And I want that dress.
Congratulations.
Thank you
man.
very much.
I'm serious.
So the business you've done is like, wow. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Good job.
Good job, Mr. Cube. Yes, sir. Thank you.
This means that the sky's the limit.
Mark and Robert are angel investors. That's what they are. And angels can give you wings. And with wings, you can fly.
Last season, Melissa Carbone landed the largest deal in Shark Tank history, $2 million from Mark Cuban for her horror entertainment company, 1031 Productions.
I'll give you $2 million for 40%.
Can I counter? $2 million for 20%.
I'll take that offer. Done.
Really?
Yep.
Let's see how Melissa is doing now.
Next! Since Shark Tank, our company has exploded. We're firing on all cylinders. In our first year of business, we did about $400,000 in revenue. Since our partnership with Mark, we've actually surpassed $2 million in revenue and are planning to do between $3 and $4 million in revenue in the next year. When I was on Shark Tank a year ago, our company was known for the Los Angeles Haunted Hayride. Now we're on tour across the nation with our newest attraction, the Great Horror Campout. The Great Horror Campout is an overnight 12-hour, completely interactive horror camping adventure. It's a scavenger hunt that sends you diving into cadaver bodies where you may have to break ribs, clip off fingers. There are chupacabras and mothmen and demons and psychopathic clowns waiting to meet you. Are we stoked? Yes. Yeah. Working with Mark has been incredible. He introduced us to the CEO of the world's largest entertainment company, Live Nation, and they liked our concept so much that they invested in us too. All summer long to get to this point and to get to this cast. Since Shark Tank, our whole cast and crew has tripled to almost 1,000. With Mark and Live Nation on our team, there's nothing stopping us from becoming the biggest name in horror and live entertainment. I am beyond thankful for my Shark Tank experience. It has given me an awesome partner, amazing resources, and the ability to build a company I've always seen in my head.
Next into the tank is a fun spin on a classic accessory.
Hi, I'm Dan.
I'm Dave.
And I'm Eric. And we are H2W, the creators of Sun Sashes, a fun and exciting facewear company. We are seeking $300,000 for a 5% equity stake in our company. Whoa. We all agree on one thing. You don't wait for the party to come to you. You bring the party. Some bring food, some olive oil.
But let's be real. The times, they are changing. And these old gems need an extreme makeover. How can anyone get a party started with these? Boring!
So we developed a proprietary line of the best party shades you've ever seen. Sun Sashes. They're more than just eyewear, they're facewear.
We have a theme style for every occasion, from 4th of July to Hanukkah to sporting events and even kids' birthday parties. Imagine these in every stadium. Woo! And imagine these in every retailer. Hi-ya! Come join our party, and with a little bit of cash, we can make a whole lot of stash.
All right.
Can we try them?
Absolutely.
I'm curious to see what you think we are.
There you go. Robert, you're going to be a cowboy. And feel free to play with those saloon doors. They open and close. Lori, you're going to be a black cat for Halloween. And Mr. Wonderful.
Yes.
We obviously selected the devil for you.
Dear, dear.
For your devilishly handsome looks. And Damon, we got the purple football helmet for you. Damon, put it on. Mark, you're going to transform into a leprechaun.
Kevin, look over here. You look so ridiculous.
Mark, put yours on.
No, I don't think so. So, have you sold any of these?
Yes. Last year, we actually did $5.7 million in sales.
Oh, not so funny anymore.
And of that, $2.8 million is our brand of sun sashes. The rest is our generic private label goods.
All sunglasses, right?
All sunglasses, yeah.
Do you sell to retailers?
Yes, our major retailers are Party City, Toys R Us. We're mainly in specialty retail.
Give me an idea how much the cowboy sells for.
All our products range from $7.99 to $12.99.
At retail?
Correct. Our cost is between 75 cents and $1.50, depending on complexity of the design.
That is a really good margin.
We're on track this year to do $6.4 million in sales.
And you'll make, after you pay yourselves a normalized salary, how much?
We'll make a profit of about $750,000.
Wow.
Good for you guys. How long have you been doing this?
We've been doing sun sashes since 2011.
First of all, congratulations, great business, and you've done a terrific job on all aspects of function. Now the sobering reality. I'm telling you what the market would tell you you're worth, just so we can see if there's a difference between what your ask was, which was $6 million, versus what on the planet Earth people would pay for you.
So first of all, we do have an established
You
brand.
don't want to hear this number?
Oh, sorry. What do you think? What do you
I'm not
think?
charging you to give it to you.
Please, some free advice.
You're worth about $2.5 million.
Okay. Next, I'm going to tell you about our plan for 2015 and tell you why I think we're worth more than
I'm
that.
giving you 5 times your after-tax cash flow. Extremely generous of me.
I understand that. We got an email from Target just saying, we love your brand, we saw you in the marketplace, we want to bring you in all stores. Now, we're also just got into licensing. So this is how we're going to grow. We want to grow to more licensing, Marvel, DC.
Dan, why do you need the money? You don't need the
Bring
money.
to my point. So I tried to get these licenses, right? And I got like, no, we're not interested.
Now, have you ever considered licensing your business to somebody who has all these properties already?
So this is where the idea of a strategic partner comes in. Right now, there's 2 major players in licensed sports, and both of them want to carry our line. But we know it's going to be extremely low margin if we go through them. If we have you as a partner and you say, hey, you know what? Let's put the money out. Let's get the license ourselves with way high margins, then we can blow it up that way.
Why, if you feel that that's the value we add, why do you make us pay a premium for
Why are we paying you to help you?
Right.
I'll be frank with you, I don't think we're charging that much at a $6 million valuation, and with a growth strategy that I outlined, I do feel it's a fair value.
Nobody's going to pay you more than 5 times your cash flow for this. They just won't. The only mistake you've made is you've put 100% premium on it, and yet you want a shark so that they can add their value. It's very difficult to do that. I mean, it's a mistake.
You're doing everything right, obviously. You're making a lot of money. I can't get excited and passionate about these. It's just my personal thing. I'm out.
Thank you for attending.
Okay, you lost your first shark. I didn't hear you readjust your value. So, I'm out. Let's see if you can convince somebody else that you're worth anything near $6 million.
Guys, I love the 3 of you as operators. Very, very clever design. It made me laugh. Here's my challenge with it. You're in love with the future. I mean, you have to believe in the future, but you can't love the future so much that it changes your metrics of today. I really wish that there was a more reasonable value that you had on this business. Just like any great love affair, you've got to have some sense of reality to it. I'm out.
You have 2 sharks left. You should focus your energies on them.
We work pretty damn hard on these things. We've always done extremely well. And if you feel evaluation is right, we'd love to hear an offer. Like we want to we're here to make a deal. We're not here, for anything else.
What's the best equity you would offer for $300,000?
The right number is 20%.
So you're asking us to value our company at $1.5 million?
I'm giving you free advice. If you're going to a private equity firm, they'd ask for 15%, but because you want to bring a shark in, you pay a premium. That's another 5 points. Try 20. Maybe you get them.
Would you be willing to do a deal for $300,000 for 10%?
No. Oh, crazy. Crazy.
A $3 million valuation?
Do you have another number?
Well, actually, Kevin, you said it was worth 2.5. At $3 million, it's not that. It doesn't seem that crazy, does it?
I see you guys going down the toilet right now, to tell you the truth. You're about to lose everything.
sharks are out. Damon and Mark might be interested, but they are not satisfied. Even though the makers of the novelty eyewear company Sunstash have slashed their valuation from $6 million to $3 million.
Okay, guys, you've already proven that you are great designers and you can work this out. So here's where I see it. I can help you get the licenses you need, also get them at reduced cost, so that's where you're going to save money. But I need to get paid for that, and I need 25%.
Yo! Right there. Bingo!
And that will save you a lot of time and a lot of money.
Dan, I just want to point out that Damon is the only guy who made you the offer. Mark is just asking you to negotiate against yourself and throw offers at him.
It's true.
So, you have a firm offer, and it's grounded in reality. Isn't gravity a bitch?
Damon, I really respect your offer, but $300,000 putting our company at $1.2 million. We're made $570,000 last year. We're on track to make $750 this year.
You will be on track to make $20 million after that.
That valuation, I just think, is really low. Would you be willing maybe to go in with Mark for $300,000 for 12.5%? I really see the vision with the two of you. I think two sharks would be great. Mark with the sports.
Oh, I'm closing the book. I hate doing that. I hate when I have to close the book.
Mark, would you be willing perhaps to go $300,000 for like 12.5%?
Guys, no, you know what? I'm not going to do 12.5%. I'm out.
You're out.
Eric, don't you think it's a little odd that one guy made you an offer and your rebuttal was to Mark?
Damon, would you be willing to do $300,000 for 15%? I think that puts us at about...
Did you just offer Mark 12.5, but Damon 15?
That's what he did.
Oh, he's saving himself right now. He just gave himself a little bit of mouth to mouth.
We came here to make a deal.
I would normally charge somebody $30 for my services, so I'll meet you at 20%. And I need the answer now, guys. We can't take forever, because that means then you're not definitive in regards to decisions you have to make.
Would you do 17%?
No.
Damon? Let's make it happen, Captain.
All right. That was painful. That was brutal.
Thanks, man. We're really excited working
Thank you, man. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Enjoy that.
Good luck, guys.
Thank you. Thanks,
Oh, look good on you.
Yeah, they do look good on you.
You did it! All right, guys.
I think that's the first time we've had somebody start at 5% and negotiate themselves up to 20. They just kept throwing out numbers.
I like them a lot. I was ready to go down to 19.5.
So even though we didn't get the valuation we were asking for, we got a shark, and he wants to blow up our business, and he said it himself, I'm going to make it $20 million, and we believe that. It's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to happen.
Next time on Shark Tank.
We've raised $200 million.
Wow.
Ding, 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 ding.
That's true. Bring it over.
I love this one.
I'd like to offer you $400,000 for 20%.
Okay, now we're talking.
I think I'm worth twice as much as Barbara.
He's right. You'll partner with a bunch of different labels.
Excuse me, I wasn't finished talking.
I can tell you unequivocally, it's a bad idea.
This tastes like...
Are you going to take me out behind the bar now and shoot me?
Get ready to meet the worst ex-girlfriend of all time. 2020's The Liars Club starts now.
Welcome to the Shark Tank, where entrepreneurs seek an investment to start, grow, or save their business.
Last year, we actually did $5.7 million in sales.
Ooh, not so funny anymore.
If the Sharks hear a great idea, they'll invest their own money.
I actually could learn from you.
And fight each other for a deal.
I'll give you the $600,000 for 15%.
I can guarantee you the devil would give you a better deal.
But the entrepreneurs must get the full amount they're asking for, or they'll walk away with nothing.
I see you guys going down the toilet right now. You're about to lose everything.
Would you consider 40%?
No.
Damn it.
Who are the Sharks? They're self-made business experts worth billions. Kevin O'Leary is a shrewd venture capitalist who made his fortune selling a children's educational company for over $4 billion. Damon John dominated the fashion world with FUBU. Now he's the branding expert behind multiple global brands generating billions in sales. Robert Herjavec, son of an immigrant factory worker, founded one of the world's preeminent cybersecurity firms. Lori Grenier, the queen of QVC, holds over 100 patents and has launched over 400 products, grossing over $500 million in sales. And Mark Cuban, renowned billionaire tech mogul and the outspoken owner of the Dallas Mavericks. First into the tank are entrepreneurs who believe they have the next big thing in toys.
Hello, Sharkaroos!
I'm Rachel McMurtry.
And I'm Steve McMurtry, and we are the proud owners of
The Jungle Jumperoo, a better way to bounce.
We are asking for $100,000 for 20% equity of our company.
Our toy is both unique and fun, and there's nothing on the market like it. To show you how fun it is, let's see it in action. Come on, kids! Come on, guys! Come on!
She's getting some air. Look at that.
Yeah. Let's see how high you can jump. Who can jump the highest?
It looks really fun.
That's a broken ankle waiting to happen.
Let's bounce on out of here. Yeah, come on, let's bounce. Run, run, run.
The Jungle Jumperoo is the safer way to bounce. With strong, sturdy poles, kids get the sense of flying in the air without losing control.
It's a jump, swing, climb toy. It's perfect for all 365 days out of the year, all seasons, inside or outside your home, and it comes in 2 sizes.
Who wants to jump on board this totally tubular opportunity with us?
How did you come up with this?
A farmer 30 years ago made one for his grandkids, and he sold a few to, preschools and local places. So my parents actually bought one. I grew up jumping on the original. Then years passed by, all of us kids wanted one now that we have families. We contacted the farmer, and sadly he had passed away. We ended up manufacturing it from that point forward.
And you own the rights to it?
Yeah.
We own the full rights.
So you have a patent on the bouncy round thing?
We have a provisional that's filed. We have utility and design that are also pending.
And how much of your own money's in this?
We have put $144,000 cash. We have no debt.
Wow. Good for you.
Of our own personal money, but we have taken a $70,000 salary.
Is this your full-time job?
Full-time.
This is all we do.
We
We
actually
drink,
moved.
sleep, and eat the Jumperoo.
We moved for our
all we
business.
do.
I think it looks dangerous.
I can tell you this. We had a trampoline growing up. We had a Jumperoo. And we had kids coming over constantly because of these 2 items. We had plenty of accidents on the trampoline. Every year, 105,000 kids go to the ER due to trampoline injuries.
And what's the record on Jumperoos?
No one in 30 years ever got hurt on it.
Well, that just means you haven't
How
sold
would you
enough.
know?
How many have you sold?
Okay, so we've been in business for the past 12 months, and we have sold 1,200 units. Out
Okay.
of those 1,200 units, we have not had one claim.
What was the price you sold them at?
The big one retails for $399 on our website, and the small one retails for $249.
Are you selling in retailers?
Right now, we travel around different Sam's Club locations. We're there for a certain period of time, usually
You're
11
doing a
days.
roadshow.
Yes.
We're doing the roadshow with Sam's Club.
So Steve, 1,200 units you've sold in 12 months.
Correct.
How many of those were through Sam's Club, and how many did you sell other ways?
Great question. We've sold 60 total through Sam's Club.
60 units.
60. We were in there for 3 weeks, and we sold out of product.
One question I have is always when you think about a product in a retail store, size of the product. It's always a problem because if they could sell 50 things in that one space instead of one thing, they're going to go with the 50. Is this KD-able, which means knocked down, so that your box is small?
The box is 80 inches long, 20 inches wide, and 5 inches thick, and so
they don't break down.
They don't. The poles do not break down currently.
So
that's actually a pretty big challenge because let's say you want to put in 20 units, you're going to require a fair amount of space.
Now, some of those can store in back in a warehouse, which is what they're probably doing. But to be
I'm
in
more worried
Toys
about
R
the
Us,
display on the floor.
I love toys. My wife says I'm the oldest 16-year-old she knows. If I can play with it, if my kids can play with it, I'll buy it. Got to be honest, it doesn't excite me. I'm not saying it's a bad product. I just think my kids would get bored with it because we have a trampoline. We've used it for 10 years.
This is not a 15-minute toy. This is a 4-hour toy.
Parents have the same expression you just did where they look at it and they
What
go,
a
I don't
dumb
know what
idea.
this is. And then they see their kids
I didn't want
and
to
go,
say dumb
I get
idea.
it.
We heard it all. And guess what? We have not had one person return it.
You sound like you're doing, you're chugging along, you're figuring it out, right? Why do you feel you need partners?
Okay, we submitted to 100 stores. We just met with Sam's Club. We sat down with the buyer. He's very excited about everything.
But he asked
yes,
us to
so we
purchase
will-
11,000 units.
That's why we need the sharks.
Flat
Is we
out.
are talking about if we do what we did in the first couple of locations of Sam's, if we do something similar to that, that's around 4 Jumperoos a day in 100 locations. That is a $1.3 million purchase order.
So right now, you need money so you can manufacture more.
when I first started, I had a little earring organizer, and C. Penny said to me, Lori, if you can get the Chicagoland area to buy then we'll take you nationwide. So every weekend I went to a different JCPenney and I stood there all day demonstrating the sliding earring stands and showing my product and pulling people over. And it was a 12-hour day each day. And I sold enough and I got in. So there's two of you. You're going to have to go in, demonstrate, bring kids, jump up and down. How are you going to get 100 of you? For me right now, I'm out.
There's your challenge, right? So as a self-contained, from-home business, this is great. Now you want to take that big stair step. But money isn't your only issue, because once you're in 100 stores, the aggravation factor goes through the roof. And you will get to the point where somebody gets hurt. It's just inevitable. There's idiots everywhere, and you can't protect against someone spraining their ankle, breaking an ankle. If I partnered with you, every time we sold one, I'd have to cross my fingers and cross my toes that it wasn't my kids that broke their ankle. That's just my nature, and so I don't see myself being a good partner for you, so I'm out.
This is a kid magnet. I don't think any adult can understand how fun it is until you see your kids jumping on it, and it is safer than a
Elizabeth,
trampoline.
I have an immense amount of respect of people that take an idea and create a company out of it. But I got to really believe in the product. I don't see this taking over the trampoline or being a supplement to that business. So it doesn't excite me that way. I'm out.